Good morning, guys. How you doing today? Welcome to day 16 of Drills December. Today we're talking about the South African drill, so let's get into it. This one's a big one, so keep it in mind. So the South African drill, also known as the South or the 3/4 turn drill, I use them at least once or twice a practice because, especially for rotation, they're very good for doing the back half of the throw and just skipping out on the beginning of the throw, which can throw everything else off. So the Souths are useful because it eliminates the front half of the throw, which is the biggest weak point and it's the most skill-heavy part of the rotational throw. And while Souths aren't legal in meets, they can really help you focus on just the back end of the throw while ignoring the more tedious, skill-heavy front end of the throw. So I'm going to show you what a South is, how to do one, what to look out for, and how it benefits you. So these weights right here are going to represent the toe board, and this paint stick right here is going to represent the other end of the board. So in order to do a South, we're going to start like you would if you were doing a full rotational, and then we're just going to pivot 180 with half of our foot inside the circle and half of our foot outside. And of course, the rest of our body is outside of the circle. This is why this throw is illegal in competition meets, because you have to start inside the circle to throw. So we're going to get into what I call the drive position, which is going to be the moment where you drive. Surprise, surprise. So you're going to get almost like a running position. You're going to sweep your right leg around, landing it in the center. And then you're just going to do a quick mirror turn like this. You're going to want to stay wound up during the whole time, staying on your toes, getting a nice block. And then, of course, from here, it's just a standing throw. You know all about that. I'm not going to go over it again. So, again, one more time, without me talking. Now that's going to be a South African drill. So if you throw often enough, you'll notice that Souths tend to go farther than your stands, your mirrors, and sometimes even your fulls. And what that tells you is that if the South is going farther than your full, then the problem you have is at the beginning of the circle. And if they're going about the same distance, then it's something else. Of course, any thrower has more than just one problem, but it can be a really easy way to diagnose what's wrong with your throw, especially if the South is going so much farther than the regular throw. So just to be clear, we're going to start at the edge of the circle. Half of our foot is going to be in, half of it's going to be out. We're going to get a nice, deep running position almost. I don't know if you can see, but my other foot is like this, and I'm just keeping it out. I'm getting a good push off that, quickly bringing my dominant foot around and in, doing a sweeping motion. It's going to land in the middle of the circle, and I'm going to do a mirror turn, making sure to keep my weight over my back right leg, so that way I'm not here, in which case I lose all of that force. I'm staying nicely wound up on my toes, on my calves, on my thighs, so that way I have a lot more force to be able to push off and send that thing into the stratosphere. So that's all I have for you today. That's going to be the South African drill, or Souths, or the 3/4 turn drill. I'll see you tomorrow where I'll teach you the full rotational drill. Although I'm a little cramped here, which is why I've been working around everything else. So if you like this video, please let me know. If there's anything you are having trouble with or you want to see, leave a comment down below. I'd really appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Martin, sign off.